it's Kayla from Kayla Crochet Love, and welcome to episode 42. If you are new to my channel, thanks for stopping by and checking out what I have to offer. And if you're returning, of course, it's always lovely to have you here with me. So I think it's been actually like 3 weeks since I've come on here. I had intentions of recording last week, but I've just had some stuff going on in my personal life, and I just needed to focus on that kind of stuff last week. So it's a week late, but I'm still here. And honestly, I haven't been doing a whole lot of crocheting, but I'm kind of getting back into it, I guess. I just haven't found projects that I really wanted to work on. So yeah, my hair is like really floofy. I've noticed the past few weeks, I mean, it's been hot in Ontario, and with the humidity, the one day at work my hair was up to like here, but it's not long enough to put into a ponytail yet, so we're just dealing with it. So anyways, let's get right into the crochet and fibery stuff. So the first thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to give a bit of a warning. If you are offended by swear words and stuff, you might not like this next, my one finished project. I'm not going to say the word, but I will just flash it to you real quick. It's a dishcloth. So I will show you real quick if you can read it. So I'm just going to show it real quick because I'm not one to normally make stuff like this, but I was having a bad few days, and this was a good way to get my stress out. So that is the, I'm not going to say it, but it's the F2020 dishcloth by April Collins. Of course, anything I mention pattern wise I will try and link down below. It is, I think it's a free pattern on her website or blog or whatever, so I will link it down below. It was quite easy. I did it in a couple hours. It is knitting, just so you know. It is a knit dishcloth, but if you, I've seen some that were crochet where they use like baubles and it said like 2020 sucks or whatever. So there is others that you could probably crochet. Sorry, that was my phone. But yeah, I was on Instagram, and I can't remember which Instagrammer it was that I saw had made one, so I decided that I would give it a go one afternoon. So a really bad glare in my glasses today. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so it was fun. It was pretty easy as long as you know how to knit and purl and count your stitches, then you're good. So yeah, it was fun. I'll link it down below. And yeah, good way to get out stress. I used Bernat Handicrafter cotton for this one, and I don't know if it's because I've been doing more knitting and crocheting with cotton. I don't mind the kitchen cotton. I don't mind working with it as much as I used to. And I think it's actually easier to knit with it for me personally than it is to crochet. My next finished object, I actually finished this one pretty quickly. I wanted something kind of mindless, but not at the same time. So I purchased this pattern. It is not a free pattern. It is the Treasure Island Shawl by Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet. And I bought a few of her patterns recently, actually. So this is it. So it does actually have like some lacier sections, but because of the yarn, you don't see it as great. So if you had a solid yarn, you'd definitely be able to see it better. So this is like a little shawlette, but I really like how it turned out. So it's just a really nice size to wrap around you like this. And if you used a worsted weight, it would be a lot bigger because this is a fingering weight yarn. but I really like how it came out. And I love the colors, so I used ink sheep fibers in her colorway Frankenstein. So this is her Wicked Chic 4-ply, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. There's 463 yards in a hank, and I used one hank. Actually, I had a little bit left over, so you definitely need to use a 463 yards, or at least 460 yards, I think it is. It says it in the pattern. Because this is all I had left. So I was kind of playing yarn chicken, but I did have a nice little tiny bit left. But yeah, the pattern was great. It was easy to follow. And yeah, her patterns are all really great. I have a couple of her patterns, I think. Yeah. Well, I recently bought a few, but I just really, they're really well written, and they always come out really nicely. And I did block this. So it did grow quite a bit when I stretched it out. I actually blocked it outside and it dried within like an hour because it was so hot. Today it's not so bad because it's raining, but yeah, I like it. I think I'm going to leave it on. And I haven't even shared this one on my Instagram yet. I just haven't wanted to do any of that kind of thing the past couple weeks. But I'll go on about that after, maybe. We'll see. So that's it for yarn related finished objects. I have done a little bit of sewing. Starting this past Monday, so today is the 16th, so on the 13th it became mandatory to wear masks in public buildings in my area, and at work we were always wearing them anyways. So I decided I would dig out some of my little pieces of fabric and I would make a few more masks. So my mom had made, ooh, sorry, my stomach's growling. I need to eat some lunch, but anyway. My mom had made us some, but I just wanted to make a few more just so that way we can kind of, you're not using the same ones over and over and over again. So I think this was the first one I made. And it's very dodgy. I don't sew a lot, so I looked up some tutorials and then I just kind of did my own thing. So I did polka dots, and then the inside is just white cotton. And then I put a pipe cleaner in the nose so you can bend it. This shape of mask I find works best with my glasses. The only way I can wear masks with my glasses and not have them fogged up is if I bring them up high and, well, I'll just show you. I don't like putting these on, but I mean, I wear them so often at work. So I have to bring them up high and sit my glasses on top. So that's the only way my glasses don't fog. So if you wear glasses and you find that you're fogging up a lot, try doing that. So I made this one. I made another polka dot one. It's the same. The elastics I made were a little too long, so I had to put little, ties in them. And I made a flamingo one. This one I made a little differently. So it's not as wide, but it's longer, so it goes under your chin a lot more. And then I made a sugar skull one. This one turned out a little small. So it still fits fine, it's just a little smaller than the other ones. And then I thought this one was funny. There's cat hair on it. I had them on the table and my cat decided to get up on the table and lay on them. And then my aunt, I got this fabric from my aunt, and this fabric as well. My mom and I my aunt gave us some and my mom and I split them. So I was trying to get the mouth in the middle. It didn't quite work. So it shows up like this. But those are the masks I made. I also made one for my husband using one of his old work shirts because he thought it'd be funny. And that one was hard to make because it was using it was like t-shirt fabric, but it worked out alright. He liked it, so yeah. And yeah, that's all I made for masks. I do plan on making a few more. I bought some more fabric, but I don't have a lot of elastic left, and it's a pain to find right now. And I'm just starting to go out into other stores on my own. And I still get nervous about it. Been having a lot more anxiety issues lately. But just part of the times, I guess. So yeah, so anyways, I did some sewing, and I'm hoping now that I'm getting more familiar with my sewing machine that I might be able to make more project bags and stuff. But we'll see. Anyways, move on to works in progress. I only have one. So I do have my cat bed that I showed last time, but I haven't made much progress on it. But I have a few things I want to make. But I started this one. My mom gifted me this pattern. So this is the Lace Trapeze Tunic by Tammy Hildebrand. So this is it. So it's really pretty. It uses a DK weight yarn. The only thing, so it is a paid for pattern, I'm pretty sure. So I'll see if I can find it. The one thing though, it doesn't show a total yardage that you would need for it. So I'm kind of winging it on that because I looked through the pattern and I couldn't see a total yardage. It just says that they used a few different balls of this one kind of yarn. So they're using different balls for each color. I didn't feel like putting that work into it, so I'm using a self-striping yarn. Let's see if I can put it back in the little plastic thing. Oops. So I started this the other day. I'm using Lion Brand Mandala in the colorway Pegasus. So there's 590 yards and it's 100% acrylic. So I have a few of these cakes, so I was like, well, I'm going to try it out with one of those. See how far I get. I haven't gotten very far in the pattern yet. So I just have a little bit. And I'll definitely need to block it when it's done so you can see the lace better. But I've just done like 10 rows or something, so let's see if I can show you. So the construction's interesting on this too, because it starts like below the bust and then you add to it after. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, but it's definitely not mindless. So I have to be in the right headspace to work on it. But so yeah, I'm gonna keep plugging away at that one, and it does go pretty quickly. I've only worked on it 2 nights, I think, for like an hour at a time. And a lot of that was just figuring out what I was doing, so I'm not used to working lace kind of things yet. But it's a lot of chaining and stuff, so. And that's my only active work in progress. So I do have a few acquisitions. So first, there's a pattern for a top that I'm looking to get. Sorry for all the rustling. I haven't bought it yet, but I wanted to buy the yarn for it. So I bought Loops and Threads Wool Like. So it's a fingering weight yarn. There's 678 yards in one ball, and it's 100% acrylic, I believe. Okay, 85% acrylic, 15% nylon. And this is colorway purple. So I got 3 of those, and I got 1 in charcoal. So it has some color work, which that'll be new for me. I haven't done a whole lot of that yet, but I think I need a bit more of a challenge, something different. So I decided to go with this yarn because it's only like $5 for a skein. So like 20 bucks worth of yarn here to make a top. So I thought that wasn't too bad, and it's so soft. Really soft. So I bought those, and then I got, just gonna put that on the floor. My mom and I went to Fabricland. My cat's at the door. And I've been looking to get a 9mm hook, but I hadn't been able to find any ergonomic ones. And I think I could order a clover one, but I wanted to try these out because I've seen people using these and they say they like them. So this one's Taylor. So it's just one of these. Take it out of the package. So I wanted to give it a try. I haven't tried it yet. But this one is an inline hook. I don't typically use inline, so I'll have to try it and see if I like it. And I just figured I was there, so I might as well give it a shot. The only other 9mm I could find were steel hooks, and I wanted an ergonomic one. So I got that. And I also purchased, so these are for a specific project, but I have to sit and figure it out because I don't think I have quite enough yardage for it. So I bought this one. So this is Manos del Uruguay Alegría. It's a superwash merino and polyamide. I never know how to pronounce that. I don't think... Okay, so this colorway is Peacock Plume. And there's 445 yards in the hank. And it's 75% superwash merino. I already said that. But it's, oh, so it's 75-25. I didn't say that part. But yeah, it's really soft, and the color's gorgeous. So I just bought this from my local yarn store, and I had to shop online, so I didn't get to see the color in person, but it's really pretty. I like it. So I bought one of these, and then along with that one, I also bought another Manos del Uruguay Alegría, and the colorway was Sand. So it's kind of like a gray, but I bought this one. Online it looked like it was more of a whitey cream color, but it's more of like a gray. But I wanted to hand dye it with food coloring because I'd been seeing a lot of videos of people doing that, so I wanted to do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyways. So I came up with this. It's darker in person, so I just kind of speckled in some colors, and I was trying to get it so it could go with this, which I think it will. So I'm pretty happy with it. I did have trouble with it. I had to basically cook the yarn twice. The first time I did it, a lot of the blue was coming out, so I did it again and I still had blue coming out, but it was rinsing clear by the time it was done, so whoops. So yeah. And if my hank looks funny, I'm still learning how to do hanks, so But yeah, I did that one. So I guess that's kind of like a finished object, but I mean, a finished yarn dye, I guess. And I actually did another yarn dyeing project. So this one I used Chic Sheep by Marley Bird, so it's a red heart, and it's 100% wool. And oh, you're not going to be able to see the color. I wonder if I... Sorry. There, it's a little better. So again, it's very speckly. If you want to see a better picture, go to my Instagram. I did post it there a few weeks ago. So it's just very speckled. And this was just more of an experiment. Ooh, sorry, my light. Because I wanted to see if I could do like more of a speckly dye job. And it was fun. Yeah, I like how it came out. No idea what I'm going to use it for, but it was fun. And again, my hank looks funny. But, oh well. So that's it for fibery stuff. I do want to give a shout out to Priscilla from Distinctive Crochet. I recently released my Wally Wrap pattern, and she decided because I have it up for free because I didn't get anyone to test it, so she decided to make one and send me some notes, which I really appreciate. I haven't put the notes in, or I haven't changed the pattern with the notes she's given me yet. Again, I just haven't had the mindset to do any of that right now. So I'm hoping to get to that soon, but it is still free if you're interested. Priscilla's turned out gorgeous. If you go to a link to my Wally Wrap down below, if you go to that and you click on projects, you should be able to see hers. It turned out beautiful. She used a heavier weight yarn than mine, and yeah, it looks really good. So thank you, Priscilla, for sending me the notes, and I will put them in eventually. I just haven't been able to sit down and do that kind of thing right now. Like I said, just stuff going on in my personal life, and I'm just exhausted from having to deal with everything with work and whatnot, and I've been dealing with some more anxiety issues, but I have the tools to work through them, and I have been. It's just exhausting trying to work through them like every day or multiple times a day. Usually I'd go through stretches where I didn't have to really work on it, but lately it's been like every day. But I have a really awesome support system. I have you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. So yeah, thank you for being here. And I think I'm just going to let you guys go before I start rambling too much. I'm just making sure I have nothing else to tell you, and I don't think I do. So, I will hopefully see you guys or talk to you guys in 2 weeks. Hopefully it won't be as long next time, but we will have to wait and see. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye guys.